Hi, I'm Karen Allen, and I'm fiercely independent, and I am here in Woodstock at the Woodstock Film Festival with the film Colwell, and I play a woman named Nora who is the postmaster of a small town. Well, the film is about uh, a circumstance that's been happening to more and more and more small towns, particularly in the Northeast, but I think all across the United States, in which they're being what is called disappeared. So a group of people sit in an office in the federal government in probably Washington, D.C., or wherever they are, and they look at the statistics of a town, whether the town has under 1,000 people living in it and whether its population is declining or increasing. But if it's declining, they just make random decisions based on whether or not they feel the town is economically feasible anymore. And they decide to just get rid of towns. And they take their post office away, take their zip code away, and they erase them off of every map that exists. So the town pretty much vanishes, and no one who lives in the town is consulted. It doesn't matter whether the town is 250 years old or 80 years old, or what the fabric of the town is. Or so sometimes post offices in the United States, particularly in small towns, are really the central coming together place for a lot of these towns, particularly if the towns have elderly people in them, which many of these towns do. So it's a kind of a destabilization of small towns across the United States. What brings me back is the director and Mira, who they asked me to come back to support the film and to be here to do the Q&As. So that's what brought me back. But I've been waiting for an opportunity to come back because I was here with another film about, I think it was maybe 3 years ago, could have been 2. So, often, unfortunately, it's coming with a film most of the time, which is going to actually make me decide to be here. I wish I had the kind of time where I could just say, oh, I think I'll go to the Woodstock Film Festival, but often I have to have some other motivation, unfortunately. I think fiercely independent means, I'll just focus it around films, but I think it means telling the story that you want to tell without any interference or without having to compromise the vision of the filmmaker, and being able to make the film that you wanted to make and put that out there, which is what, film festivals have been so brilliantly doing for a long time, is allowing films like that to have a voice when they are maybe not considered, good commercial prospects and such. So they're not going to get a big distribution or even a small distribution sometimes, but they can have an extraordinary life within film festivals across the world.